Welcome back to Majistos workshop. Today we're looking at the BrickLink Designer Program Series 7 as it is currently in the crowd support stage until 21st of February. So be sure to vote for all of your favourite sets before the deadline, and let me tell you, there is plenty to choose from, with an absolutely staggering 376 submissions, setting a new record for the program. In comparison, Series 5 had a total of 306 entries. Now, the million gold coin question is, how many of these entries are castle related? You could use the filter to select medieval and castle models, or you could be whimsical and count them one by one yourself. Well, I've done the maths so you don't have to. If you include designs leaning towards fantasy, there is a grand total of 130 castle entries. Let's just take a second to let that sink in. 130 models. That's nearly 35% of all submissions, which I hope sends a very clear message to the LEGO group. The level of detail in these models, not just the castle ones, is absolutely incredible, making it nearly impossible to pick just 5 for production later this year. There are some brilliant ideas amongst the non-castle models too, but I will cover those in a different video, so stay tuned. I have spent a significant amount of time this week narrowing down my favourites to my top 10 castle-only models. And I can honestly say I would be a very happy wizard owning each of these in my modest collection. Each of these sets has resonated with my nostalgia in one way or another. Be sure to let me know in the comments if you agree with my picks. I'm very keen to hear your opinions. Now, enough talking Majisto, let's dive in. We start off small, at least in terms of the brick count, with the Wolf Pirates model by SevenDeadly. Since the Wolfpack is a river faction, it makes perfect sense for these cunning bandits to terrorize the kingdom's waters. The design is modern but pays homage to the Wolfpack Renegade set by incorporating the signature blue colours. The addition of dogs, a ballista and some goods on deck really enhances the play features of this build. The designer also did a particularly great job with the Forest Wizard and his Viking style longboat. And those brick sails, I'll leave you to ponder that for a few moments. I may not be the most objective judge of this next entry, but the Wizard's Tower by Zeki0802 looks simply spectacular. It has everything a wizard could possibly need within arm's reach. Dragon Knights, tools, scrolls and much more. I must say, I'm not too fond of the Wolfpack bandits making an appearance, but unfortunately they are as much a part of a wizard's life as a magic wand. The massive tree growing out of the building is especially impressive, adding to its irregular shape. Oh, and there's a dragon too, how could I forget that? Just in case you hadn't noticed it yet. The next entry is just another whimsical set by Sleepless Night, the same designer who brought us the Mountain Fortress and other fantastic mocks. The Alchemist's workshop is packed with detail, both inside and out. The exterior looks like a clever hybrid between the Lion Knight castle and the medieval blacksmith, making it a perfect fit within a larger medieval scene. The well-established alchemist running this workshop has everything he needs to concoct a potion for any situation. Be it shrinking or invisibility, he's likely got a flask for it on one of his many busy shelves. Sleepless Night has already accustomed us to a certain standard with his mocks, and let me tell you, this one does not disappoint. This next submission might look familiar. It closely resembles the Wolfpack Tower, but as if it had downed a very strong growth potion. The highly detailed medieval toll bridge by BrickHammer not only expands on the idea of set 6075, but also improves upon what the set should have been, at least in my humble wizard opinion. The medieval toll bridge feels complete, with bandits collecting tolls, wagons passing through, and even a small raft navigating through the river. A hidden compartment in the wagon, a secret entrance from the river, trapdoors and functional gates complete the build, alongside some animals roaming around for added charm. In the BrickLink Designer Program Series 7, we have been truly spoiled with 2 amazing dragon designs. One by B. Francis, and this one by TLG. Both are excellent, but the level of detail in dragon attack made this my pick. The choice of colour scheme, combined with spiky, menacing design, makes this dragon truly intimidating. Its scales, red claws and long thick tail would make any wizard think twice before attempting to tame it, myself included. The dragon is accompanied by 2 wizards, one of light and one of dark. The Wizard of Light is doing his best to control the situation and the beast, but I don't really fancy his chances if I'm being honest. Now I know, this is another wizard related set, but I promise you this is the last one, and I left the best for last. This model had to make my list, as even at first glance you can appreciate the effort and detail the Brickstop has packed into his wizard's mystic manor. It's truly whimsical, with irregular shapes, and a distinctive style reminiscent of the River Knight's watchtower from Series 5 that he submitted. The design draws inspiration from many themes, like the Dragon Masters, Fright Knights, Crusaders, and even the Monster Fighter sets, blending them seamlessly into one cohesive model. Special mention to the Witchcopter, which pays homage to the Fright Knights, and Willa the Witch, a theme that I hold dear. The Technic-based roof design, along with the detailed chimney, deserve extra recognition too. Superb stuff. I particularly like this next submission, as it is a breath of fresh air when it comes to castle-related designs. Although it includes only 4 minifigures, there is plenty for all of them to do, and to keep the Knight and Squire busy. The Squire, by Montymatte, is unique in its open layout as the scene runs along a castle wall, rather than being a compact structure. This design choice offers great flexibility in positioning the fence, armory and training submodels. The set also includes stables, a pantry and even a romantic subplot. Nice touch. The final 3 entries really stand out. Even though they might not include wizards and dragons, they surely are not any less whimsical. The Scarlet Bastion is a castle that opens up easily and is packed with detail. It features stables, a pantry, soldier barracks, a functional gate, and even a dungeon with an escape route. The most striking element for me, however, is the designer's choice of red bricks for the castle walls, a bold departure from the usual greys and tans. The irregular layout and meticulous detailing, from the crest to the surrounding animals, make this an outstanding entry. The designer being Moccermommy really outdone themselves. This set will stir nostalgia for fans of the Black Knights, the first dragon-themed faction. Among many dark and majestic sets, the theme introduced the Black Monarch's Castle and Black Knight's Castle. This particular entry, being the Brick's Monarch Castle, seems to take inspiration from both of those sets and does that really well. The designer, Brick Knight, went for the enclosed layout, which can be opened and displayed as part of the castle wall, in a similar fashion to the Lion Knight's castle. Red roof of the towers, black walls with grey detail perfectly capture that Black Knight's castle aesthetic, and I am here for it. The set includes the Black Knight himself, a few guards, peasants and a Wolfpack bandit, just like set 6086 did. Last but certainly not least is Dustmark Keep by BrickHammer, an impressive fortress made up of exactly 4,000 parts and including 10 minifigures. Similar to the previous submissions, the layout offers an open and closed up display, but this is not why this stunning fortress made the list. The barren landscape. Sandy dunes formed against the castle walls, and dry brown vines create a truly immersive scene. Using the tax collector's torso for the bounty hunter guild running the keep is a really clever touch. With a functional bell tower, detailed banners and a band of lightly armoured assassins, smugglers and saboteurs, this is a fantastic submission. That wraps up my top 10 castle themed picks for BrickLink Designer Program Series 7. Truly whimsical, wasn't it? With so many incredible submissions, it was no easy task narrowing it down. Do you agree with my list? Or did I miss a hidden gem? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more LEGO Castle content, and ring the bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos on the non-LEGO Castle highlights. Until next time, traveller, and remember, build with Majisto.